OKATAKYIE AFRIFA wakasa wadi nkomo na nsem nyina sisi a oka eni se NDC political party no omo painti NPP for say Ghana memu ha se ope political party omo ye akromfo a eye NPP na emom evidence a ono OKATAKYIE AFRIFA okuta no o compare NDC ne NPP a o ka political party wo Ghana memu ha omo ye akromfo pa eye NDC for nanso sisi ano omunya any political platform so na so mukotena omo chiri mu a NPP fo mum na omo ye akromfo because of kind of oriata nsensem bi a ekoso OKATAKYIE akasa na okuta evidence a wode chire na wode compare two political parties unia mayenko na yenko he video no na ye wi akọ comment section ho se de all kan no eyo no kre NDC for and omo ya akromfo ana say NPP for and omo ya akromfo yenko nenko ti OKATAKYIE emra na unya unsubscribe ya mesro so be subscribe like video na share ma wonu bi na ono nso onya bi enhwe uhwe ni na ewi akọ comment section ho na wo so kire wa ne mo na biara enye kama beda wase enhwe video no mra
nya se meso manfo no any day anytime wa bi wi a ese mitimi there any aban bia wote so se me baba so manfo no se me wi manfo no a jail me wontimi nya sa na wo hide na akoye na mekokati deal and a plea bargaining 30% wo ye kromfo you must be jailed. But the records also shows that between NPP and NDC is more corrupt than NPP. And not the umpel. The record shows that between NPP and NDC is more corrupt than NPP. And in America, we will take you down memory lane from President Kufuor era. Edeba see a year and neya ye kasei. Every time I did to me bema NDC say omumra me di to me biano. Omu be free so no omu wi amanfo say tam. Omu wi amanfo to the point that ye jail bi am ya mo presidential amnesty. Etiyentimi enwoshe sa ankrofo we. Now all of a sudden they climb the moral high ground. So during President Kufuor time, after Jeje Som Ewie, several top NDC officials who served under the Rawlings administration were prosecuted and jailed for causing financial loss to the state. When your small cases, when your petty infractions, these were massive scandal. It costed Ghana millions of cedis. Now the first among them, Owura Kwame Pepra. Eti Owura Kwame Pepra ene da hei. Owura Kwame Pepra a former Minister of Finance. In 2003, down memory lane. In 2003, under President Kufuor, time was Uncle Kufuor sum a year or mine year. 20 million Ghana cedi causing financial loss to the state. In 2003, Kwame Pepra was jailed 4 years. So between MPP and NDC, if we are looking at the most corrupt party, it is NDC and not NPP. In 2003, Nyamenameka, the record is there. Quality grain scandal, it was there. We all saw it. Owura Kwame Pepra, former Minister of Finance, Uwie Najuma, Yenyina ya aware, say oko jail 4 years. Now, we Owura Kwame Pepra free wa. To prove that between MPP and NDC is more corrupt than MPP. And your Owura Kwame Pepra nkwa ko jail. President Kufuor time, your friend Papa way a year Victor Solomi. Gen Z for na mabano. You must learn your history. Victor Solomi echo jail. Ewo properly convicted court. Convicted in the same quality grain scandal no, or survey time President Kufuor na emso man no pardon o said say was wo yare into man pardon. It between MPP and NDC from 1992 ebesi ne. NDC is more corrupt than NPP. NDC ye mo makonya bia so momra medi o man so a wo mbe sore no ma wia o man say tam. Nobody is going to sit down for them to whitewash themselves and climb the moral high ground. Now, uyi omu free wa. Papa we ye friend Dan Agbodakwi. Obaba ye said the national chairman hopeful also. My name is Wenyayu Minkai, the memory. Former Minister of Trade. He was sentenced 10 years in jail 2007 for conspiracy, defrauding and causing financial loss to the tune of $400,000 to the state. It yet me trauma NDC way and whitewashing home. Na ochina omo meka so omo na ye party a omo dwene manfo ne ho ene fine oforiata na am yenya ye enye oforiata na am yenya ye dia between MPP and NDC ope party omo ya mambofo omo ya kronfo ewia manfo ne pa anytime ye be ma omo tumi a from 1992 besi ne ye ntimi mfa MPP ni bia nto jail se wo ye kronfo en maka se kufo do aban ne ye hwehwem na MPP ni bi ye kronfo omu a ya anti MPP ni say ya kronfo party mo mfa ne nkoto jail ya no bia me hide wo ye criminal don't come and hide behind a NPP ye na nanom ate no manga so mo te eme de akobokro no ye kwosere manfo ne tumi no nemum the record shows that wo promo mo ya kronfo pa wo Ghanaian politics mu a wo pe mo the record shows that omo wi amanfo no akose financial loss a Owura Dan Agbadakui was convicted by a court of competent court of a jurisdiction. Anya attorney general DAB. Enti Dan Agbadakui Genzi for no oko jail. Na yenyi eno emfiri ho. Na yen state on record. Owura Chachuchi Kata between MPP and NDC, the most corrupt political party Owia Manfo no. In 2008, former GMPC boss Chachuchi Kata caused financial loss to the state. Ema ye jaili no. Humanitarian grounds in the pardon no. But mene woka say Chachuchi Kata was jailed for causing financial loss to the state. Now Ibrahim Adam, former Minister of Agriculture, was also jailed in connection with a quality grain scandal. So we cannot sit down as a nation and all of a sudden, the NDC that we know, very corrupt bunch of people, would whitewash themselves and begin to climb the moral high ground and say, Wamona, Wamumokrono, and Yanokre. MPP is not a corrupt political party. The records are there to show. MPP is not a corrupt political party. They say, President Kufuor era yede eye Chachuchi Kata etum, yede eye Victor Solomi etum, yede Kwame Pepra etum, yede Dan Agbadakui etum. These are records. Ubufua, you can argue with your phone and then America. The record shows that they are corrupt, they are thieves, they stole from the people, and these are public records. Ubufua. There is no single MPP person you did not out to jail for corruption. Now, uyi enufriwa in recent times, under President Eye Akufo-Addo, se enukra na ache, Jomama number 1, efriso, in recent times, under President Akufo-Addo, menumienu nyina ya aware, se Abu Gapeli, enyamena meka, the records are there to show, say Abu Gapele was jailed. Tienye. Mahama number 1 appointees, they were prosecuted for 772 million Ghana cedi scandal, the NCA scandal. Abu Gapele could jail on it. So Mrs. Awope between MPP and the NDC, the most corrupt political party, the records must show, the records must indicate that it is clearly not a MPP and a corrupt. NDC is the most corrupt political party in Ghanaian history. You can argue with your phones. I don't care. Ubufua won't say me the records na echere wo. Ankofano wo bebia me the records ana echere wo. Eti obia me twantro entumfutu mu wani. NDC is corrupt. NCA scandal no. 5 individuals. Eugene Bafu Boni, former board chair of NCA, was jailed. Nyamena Meka, Makachremo. And Nyamena Meka, the records is there to show. we Abuga Peli. One Eugene Bafumonimo. They went to jail. William Tetetiabi, Director General, Emma NCA. Alhaji Salifu Mimina Osman, Deputy National Security Advisor. Nana Osu Ensound, Board Member. George Derek Opong. They were prosecuted in the roles of Omu player. Obia Oye corrupt between MPP and NDC. The record shows that NDC is more corrupt than NPP. We are no free war. In recent times, Opuni, Tienye, Tie Adeweyi, Opuni, and Collins Dada, Sedu Agongo, they were charged, prima facie case were found against them. According to prosecutors, over 40 million, 70 million, 98 million plus, and an SC free or more. And then NDC, your prosecutor or more do some point, you know. NDC now was so about war fighting corruption, no. Or by was one to scandal, a one to a prosecution, so. Now, and a Thompson scandal. There were prima facie case against them, but Attorney General said on to us so. And Thompson snit causing financial loss to the state. And no Attorney General said on to us what discontinue case, you know. Ope omo corrupter said the name Tamakulu at Yonu were a member of the NDC and court at Jailino. Still, NDC so mon kofane ma. Oforiata so ma abeye topic. But NDC so mon kofane ma. M1 be serving a sentence. So the record shows that between MPP and NDC, opo mo ya kromfo wi amamfo no enye NPP, enye NDC. Let nobody begin to brand the MPP as corrupt. Erikaka. Your Okroma say venture capital than your Duku, former CEO. And also you Niko Jina Court, Attorney General Abaye no, or say on to us so. And the Ebeko heard the reasoning behind Attorney General say on to us no. Total loss of 42.8 million. Attorney General say on to us so. So between MPP and NDC, and Mofra, Gen Zs, ye pe the most corrupt we are mine pa and NPP and NDC. Even in recent times, double salary scandal. President Akufo-Addo period. 30 NDC MPs collected double salary. Tienye, Akufo-Addo na nkasa so ye blame you. And you might be your friends and family. Ministers of state are no more members of parliament under John Dramani Mahama #1 for 4 consecutive terms. The MPP government took the matter, and what happened? Of course, President Akufo-Addo achew. President Akufo-Addo yesrew se no omusu nim so omo ba be wienti no ma nya omo hwi no se de you. Enye sadia. The record shows that double salary scandal no. There were members of parliament who mo double salary. For 4 years, and they almost 1 year proponent of a year probity, accountability, and social justice. Probity, accountability, and social justice, but they were stealing from the people. They were taking double salary. And today, the same people want to lecture Ghanaians on governance. The same people want to lecture us on who is corrupt. NDC corruption is not mere allegations, and your propaganda, and your documentary. This is pure a yet documented history of our nation. Say between MPP and NDC. Ope omo cause financial loss. Omo defrauded the state. Omo procurement breaches, diversion of public funds, and repeated prosecutions with Omaya. There is no one single MPP a year appointee at Wako jail since 1992 based there. It will be to me make us MPP a corrupt party. MPP a corrupt party. MPP will be a medical car. So being so under Akufo-Addo abai, will be dia. We are man for noa. Attorney General should stop this behavior of plea bargain and makoje 30%. Na makoje na meji 60, na meji 30. Oya sa wo je 30% ni ade. Ana do make market for man say. Me musa Attorney General say. Sa 30% na aka no wan na ekoche. Me de nyama na make. Attorney General say prosecutions ni bo ho beji mu 70, beji 1% plea bargain. But all you know na makola man so Attorney General the all year there ya koyesa say she had 30%, 70% ne ba. Ene na akɔwiese be kwa akɔwiese. Enyam na make. Don market for man na eka. So Attorney General wo pɛ no match 30% nam so Attorney General do want sa. No so ka de che kura nso ye ka asɛm a wonyi ntum want sa say. Ti masan Attorney General ti. But the record shows that so will be a real man for no munjeli no. We are not a bunch of criminals forming a political party. Our political party was not formed to come and steal from anyone. It is Hasman was Asamu Buffer Stockman, so a real man for no and your propaganda in the media. Monfan nem court. Na munko prove beyond reasonable doubt. Where we are man for na mama court in Injelino. We MPP ni na aso ne menya adwene on this position e wo wasem enya masem me say obi a ye man ne tumi so onso manfo no a wa wi a manfo ne bia monjelino. Na say ne be ye no hu no say Attorney General ne nkrofo omonye wo madwene. Say wo mbejeli obi a no. We are going to move to our next topic of a year Attorney General Nkomobia. Omudi ye. La. Sa mo be kai se omoba ye na no mo di ora mewa. Winim. Ora no winim. But before see be ko ora no so ye intercepted document be from a year Bank of Ghana. So document where shows that Bank of Ghana is trying to recapitalize or more broad can say recapitalize a year the Deben market. But Attorney General Domlevo ora. And this propaganda ayo mo de chen so mbe ye adwuma ye owura domlevo ebisa question bi domlevo yanko.
Major concern about the ORA is that it is not going to be successful if we keep or maintain the same legal framework and institutional arrangements for fighting corruption and my major concern about the ORA is that it is not going to be successful if we keep or maintain the same legal framework and institutional arrangements for fighting corruption and corruption-related issues. What am I talking about? As we speak today, or as you and me, we are having this discussion, to establish guilt against someone for financial crimes, the person, it must be proven by prosecution beyond reasonable doubt. And financial crimes or corruption and corruption-related issues are not issues that are very easy to establish beyond reasonable doubt. Because the perpetrators of this type of crime are very intelligent and sophisticated persons. And after receiving the proceeds of crime, they are also able to manipulate evidence, even including influencing the investigators and the prosecution, and at times even the judges. So it is not going to be easy. So I think the low-hanging fruit, which are not being plugged, is what my major concerns, are about. One, if we had changed the legal framework, said that for corruption and corruption-related cases of financial crimes, one does not need to prove beyond reasonable doubt. Once it can be established that Daniel is in possession of resources or assets that do not match his known sources of income, then the onus should shift to Daniel to prove to us how he or she got it if it's a lady. So if we do that reverse burden or lifestyle audit or unexplained wealth, I am sure that alone can deter people who intend even stealing. And of course, those who have stolen, we can easily get them to refund the money to us and maybe punish them.
So we ora demlefu. On some penny forecast and say wuntimi unioma was so kashiri anenye. The basic principle of law when it comes to proving for criminal cases, proving beyond all reasonable doubt. And the reason, the basic principle of law, which seeks to protect innocent people, is that it will be better, so we save hundreds of criminals, na than see one innocent person akoda jail. It's a one innocent person ko jail. That means we've not done justice to that person. So improving criminal matters, unlike improving civil matters, which is probabilities, balance of probabilities. Here you need to prove beyond all reasonable doubt. Domlevo ya aware said that is the basic principle of criminal cases. Nebomuno omuntimi omoniyomenti. Ura Domlevo ese yan shifte the onus, the burden